Hey guys, welcome back, and today we will discuss about human digestive system and associated enzymes. So what is human digestive system? Your digestive system is a group of organs that work together to digest and absorb nutrients from the food you eat. Digestion is a process, and especially it's a complicated process, and conditions and disorders, any conditions or disorders that can disrupt this process. The major organs involved in digestive system or digestive process are mouth, pharynx, esophagus, stomach, small intestine, large intestine, rectum, and anus. Also, we have accessory organs such as salivary glands, liver, gallbladder, and pancreas to support the process of digestion. The GI tract, that means the gastrointestinal tract, is a long tube that runs from your mouth to your anus. If you could stretch it out, it would measure 30 feet. That means around 9 meters. It's shorter in your body because your intestine, the longest parts of the tract, coil up in your lower abdomen. That means in your belly, under your stomach. So it is 30 feet. That means 9 meters in length. And it's shorter in your body because your intestine, that means the longest part of the tract, coil up in your lower abdomen, that means in your belly, under your stomach. The GI tract parts include mouth, this is where digestion begins. Esophagus, this is a tube in the center of your chest behind your windpipe. That means your trachea and in front of your spine. Stomach. Your stomach sits in your upper abdomen on the left side of your body. Then small intestine. This is a 22-foot long muscular tube, and it is the longest part of your gastrointestinal tract. It coils up in your lower abdomen and curves around your pancreas. Then large intestine. The last step in the digestive process will take place in large intestine. The largest intestine includes your colon, rectum, and anus. When it comes to organs of the digestive system, as I said, mouth include teeth, tongue, and salivary glands. Pharynx, that's the second one, a muscular connection which connects mouth to esophagus. Next is esophagus. Esophagus is a muscular tube using peristalsis to move food. Then stomach. Stomach is a muscular sac, secretes acids and enzymes. Then liver. Liver is producing bile, and it is the largest organ in the body. Next is gallbladder. Bile storage and releases whenever needed. Pancreas. They are responsible for digestive enzyme production. Small intestine. Nutrient absorption is the major function of small intestine, and it's lines with many villi. Large intestine. The second step of digestion will take place in the large intestine, and it includes formation of the stool and absorption of water. Rectum and anus. They stores the feces and expel the feces. How structures support function? Mouth. The mechanical digestion will start in mouth, and saliva will support this digestion process. The oral cavity or mouth is the point of entry of food into the digestive system. The food is broken into smaller particles by a process called mastication or chewing action of the teeth. All mammals have teeth and can chew their food. Esophagus. It uses peristalsis to move food. The esophagus is the tubular organ connecting the mouth to stomach. The chewed and softened food passes through the esophagus after being swallowed. The smooth muscles of the esophagus undergo a series of wave-like movements called peristalsis that push the food towards the stomach. The peristalsis wave is unidirectional. That means it moves food from mouth to stomach. Reverse movement is not possible. The peristaltic movement of the esophagus is an involuntary reflex taking place in response to the act of swallowing. Here you can see how the peristalsis will take place. Only one direction. In only one direction, you can see the movement. Stomach. It churns the food. Acid and enzymes and digestive proteins will release. The stomach is also the major site for protein digestion in animals other than ruminants. Protein digestion is mediated in the stomach chamber by an enzyme called pepsin, which is secreted by chief cells in the stomach in an inactive form called pepsinogen. Small intestine. Breakdown of food will take place in small intestine. It absorbs nutrients and water. So small intestines will break down the food, will help in the absorption of nutrient and water, and moves food along your gastrointestinal tract. Your small intestine or small bowel is an important part of your digestive system. And also, we have different parts for small intestine. In this image, you can see the parts of your small intestine and large intestine. The major parts of small intestine are duodenum, jejunum, and ileum. Duodenum, jejunum, and ileum. Your small intestine has three parts. Each part is responsible for specific tasks that are essential to digest the food. Those parts are the duodenum. This is the first part of your small intestine. It is a short, 10-inch long tube that receives food from your stomach. Your duodenum is the place where your small intestine make the digestive juices and enzymes to break down the food. From duodenum, jejunum will start. This section of your small intestine is 8 feet long. It lays in many coils inside the lower abdominal cavity. The jejunum is a dark red because it has many blood vessels. It has muscles that churn food back and forth and mix it with digestive juices. Continuation of jejunum is ileum. Ileum is the last and longest section of your small intestine. It absorbs nutrients from digested food for your body to use, like vitamins, minerals, carbohydrates, fat, and protein. Your ileum moves food waste towards your large intestine. And some key points. Your gallbladder delivers bile and your pancreas delivers digestive enzyme to your duodenum to help it break down food. Peristalsis, which is an involuntary muscle movement in your digestive system, keeps food moving towards your ileum. The ileum is where food spend the most time in the small intestine before moving to the large intestine. Then large intestine. The large intestine absorbs water and forms of waste. After the small intestine finished the digestion, the leftover food and other waste particles moves into the large intestine. Here, water and salts absorbed and the waste is turned into solid poo. Muscles in large intestine help push the poo out of the body. Also, we have accessory organs which secrete substances that aids in digestion. The accessory organs are liver and gallbladder. Key points. Mechanical and chemical digestion begins in the mouth with the chewing of food and release of saliva, which starts carbohydrate digestion. The epiglottis covers the trachea, so the bolus, that means bowl of chewed food, does not go down into the trachea or lungs, but rather into esophagus. The tongue positions the bolus for swallowing, and then peristalsis pushes bolus means chewed food, ball of chewed food, down the esophagus into stomach. In the stomach, acids and enzymes are secreted to break down food into nutrient components. The churning of the stomach helps to mix the digestive juices like pepsin with the food, turning into a substance called chyme. And the key terms: bolus, a round mass of something, especially chewed food in the mouth or alimentary canal. Peristalsis, the rhythmic wave-like contraction and relaxation of muscle, which propagates in a wave down a muscular tube. Pepsin, the digestive enzyme that chemically digests or breaks down proteins into shorter chains of amino acid. Chyme, it's the thick semi-fluid mass of partially digested food that is passed from stomach to the duodenum. So this is about the digestive process. Hope you understand, guys. In next class, another topic.